Hey guys, this is Mel, and I am back to talk about Supernatural, this time episode 1103, titled The Bad Seed, which premiered Wednesday, October 21st, 2015. And I gotta say, guys, what an episode. Not only was it directed by our very own Jensen Ackles, but this was the first episode that they started shooting this year, so it was interesting to see just where they started for the actors, and just where it fits in the whole storyline. So, can't wait to talk about it, so let's get right to it. First off, if you haven't seen the episode, do so beforehand. I don't want any of my thoughts and opinions about it to influence your own interpretation of the episode. So, and then afterwards, you can watch it and come back and see what I have to say, or see what I picked up on, and see if it matches with you, or if I picked up something that you didn't, or vice versa. So anyway, let's start the 10-minute clock like always. And first things first, what did we learn in this episode? So, one, apparently Amara doesn't like how God handled the world after he sealed her away. I thought that was pretty interesting. And second, we get to see glimpses of Crowley being a paternal figure. Uncle Crowley, as he likes to be called in this case, which I thought was amusing and very different in seeing the King of Hell in such a light like that. Next thing we learn is that Dean finds out that Sam had struck a deal with Rowena in the last season, which was that you get rid of the mark and I'll get rid of Crowley for you. And apparently Sam didn't complete his side of the bargain. And, well, it seems Dean was more upset with the fact that Sam kept that as a secret. So, next thing we learn was that Castiel's reaction to the attack dog spell is very different than humans, and that mainly has to do with the fact that he's an angel, but it's definitely taking its toll on him, and he's struggling to fight it. Another thing we learn is that Rowena is trying to recruit witches from the Grand Coven to join her Mega Coven, as she's calling it, and she does learn in this episode that Crowley is alive, still. And another thing we learn is that Sam is trying to find Metatron with no luck. So what was the most shocking thing about this episode? It definitely, well, I guess I'd have to say it would be Amara's growing views on the world and what God did to it after she was sealed away. I thought that was interesting because I can't really tell what to make of it. And it's like, I get like she's growing and she's trying to make sense of what has happened since she's been gone for so long. But I can't tell what kind of force she's destined to be. Is she supposed to be a good one? Is she supposed to be a bad one? Is she just a misunderstood type of entity? It's just, I don't know. I'm confused as to what to make of Amara. But it was interesting that we got to see 3 different versions of her this episode. We got to see the kid version for a majority of the episode. And then we get to see the older version that Dean met in the mirror, and then we get to see, I'm guessing, either a preteen or an early teenage version of Amara at the very end. So it seems like she's growing up a lot and very fast. Okay, so what's my favorite moments of the episode? Definitely the Uncle Crowley parts. That was amusing to see him not only tap into that side of him, but also try to basically provide for Amara. He wanted her to have anything she wanted and be exposed to a lot of things that the world had to offer while still being kept in her bedroom. I guess that was very different from how Rowena behaved with Crowley when he was a kid, for sure, on so many levels. Another thing I liked was that Sam and Dean were focusing on curing Castiel this episode, so it was great to see that the focus was in their core group again. Another thing that I found amusing was the antics between Sam and Dean as they try to go and find Rowena. The interrogation with that witch, especially with Dean doing the whole Comet and Wink thing, and then them outsmarting the witch and not buying her bullshit. Then there's also when they're trying to trick Rowena into capturing her, and Dean's dressed up as a not dressed up, he's posing as a taxi driver, but he's wearing the Hawaiian tourist shirts with like a straw hat and sunglasses. It's just very un-Dean-like, so I thought that was a funny look for Dean Winchester to have, since we're so used to him wearing leather jackets, plaid shirts and jeans and combat boots and stuff like that. So I thought that was funny. Another thing that I liked was that when Castiel tried to track down the license plate by following Sam's instructions, he ends up on a porn site. And then his confusion of it was just it was just so Cass, despite him struggling with the spell inside him, he still reacted in a very Cass-like way. And another moment I wanted to mention was the angel and demon sharing drinks together in a bar as they talk about the power shift within their respective workplaces. They mention God, they mention Hannah, they mention Lucifer, and it seems that they don't know exactly what's happening to cause this power shift. And I actually thought when they were meeting that they would come up with a plan to recruit the Winchesters to find out what this power shift was all about. Apparently they didn't, but their whole little rant about work was kind of amusing because it was so relatable to our reality, which is always nice. Okay, top 3 Peeved moments. I actually only have one, and that's basically the mystery behind Amara. There's so much we don't know about her. There's so much the characters don't know about her, so it's just an episode by episode thing where we have to figure out just who she is and what she's capable of doing, and now what she's destined to do, really. So I'm very impatient with that mystery. So what will I remember most as I look back? Aside from the fact that Jensen directed this episode, it would definitely have to be the whole Uncle Crowley with little Amara. Those were pretty entertaining. So there's always that, and then there's the fact that Sam and Dean were trying all that they can to save Castiel from Rowena. So there's that. Okay, so random questions. 1, I wonder why Amara is considered evil. Could the saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions, be applied to Amara and what she has planned? Because from the sense of Amara's little talks with Crowley, I got the sense that she did not approve how God treated the world after she was sealed away. It seemed like she had better plans for it, or something like that, or she believes that she could have done better. So I guess the real question is, what does she consider better? And is it actually better than what God ended up doing to the world? So there's that. Second question, will Crowley be second-guessing his idea to take Amara in like he has done now that she's a preteen that seems to not take no for an answer in regards to her soul feeding? It seemed like throughout the episode, there are these little moments where he kind of doubted his decision to bring her into his hell kingdom, I guess you can say. But it's very clear that he wants to know whether he can count on her loyalty to him as opposed to her turning on him. I guess he should consider that she's not feeding on his soul, so that should be a good thing. And then last question, with Rowena on the loose, will she try to get the Codex back from the Winchesters, or is she going to try to find a way to kill Crowley for herself? So there's that. Now quickly, let's get to predictions, because I have 2 minutes left. Okay, first prediction has to be that Metatron has to be found at some point. They're putting too much emphasis on the fact that he must know something. But how much will Metatron know? I mean, they said the same thing about Metatron and the Mark of Cain, but it turns out he knew squat, so what's to say that he's going to know anything at all? Another prediction, Amara is going to get out of control. It's very clear that it's probably going down that path. Their prediction, Crowley may turn to the Winchesters if and when Amara gets too out of control for him to handle. And I will find that scene amusing where he's practically going to be pleading for them to help him stop her or get her on a leash or something, or I don't know. Another prediction, Crowley may go after, or Rowena may go after Crowley again and vice versa. I don't think they're going to stop until one or the other is dead. So there's that. And God was mentioned a bunch of times with Sam, but he still hasn't told him, I don't think, about the visions and the prayers he sent to God. So I think that has to come up at some point, or maybe we're going to get more signs from God like that, maybe. Or maybe they're going to have to find some other contact that could lead them to God. So there's that. And with that said, I have less than 40 seconds left. So, yay, stop the clock, I did it. What fun. Okay, so what did you guys think of the episode? What did you learn? Maybe I missed it, or there's something that you liked that maybe that I missed mentioning, or maybe you have your own questions. Just let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it and just see what others thought of the episode itself. We all have a different perspective and everything, so there's that. Before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and check out my other videos, and to share it with all your other Supernatural fans. Let's get the word spreading and help this Supernatural family grow. And if you don't do any of that, I still appreciate you watching this video, so thank you so much for that, and just taking the time and watching what I have to say. It means a lot. If you want more information about anything Supernatural related, check out my Tumblr. Usually I will link everything back to that. Link for that will be down below. Also, if you want a more detailed recap of the episode, check out my live journal entry for it. I'll put the link in the description box below. It's just a jot noted version because my memory kind of isn't really that great, which is very bad for me. But with that said, that's all I want to talk about. So until next week, this is Mel saying, have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.